What's going on, guys? Bengal here, and welcome back to Trenton State Dynasty. Got Western Kentucky. We know how I feel about them, maybe, if you've been on the channel. Their mascot gives me nightmares. There's no way around it. Recruiting-wise, it could end up being quite a big week. Juan Sturgis, we're unfortunately out on. You know, winning the game when he was on campus would have been good, but when Auburn pushed, we were just out. We really had no chance to get him as soon as Auburn's like, we want him. So that's unfortunate. We went for it, but in the end, if you look at the recruiting page, we just don't have enough things that line up. Even if we swayed, we don't even really have more than 2 good things, period. So it just really was not meant to be, unfortunately. We made a push, but we're not in a good spot. In terms of recruits with visits scheduled, Mitch Dora, 5-star pass coverage linebacker, will be on campus week 10. Kentucky's making a push. LSU as well. I don't know how much longer we can stay in the lead. In fact, Kentucky might pass us week 9, which is this week. We have him coming on campus week 10. If we can get him to commit following week 10, the week 11 visit doesn't even matter, right? But things will really have to line up perfectly in order for that to happen. We could be looking at heartbreak again, losing another 5-star, and there he is. The red thing. I don't like him. Don't like him at all. Protect the Houch? I don't even know what that means. Western Kentucky's not a real place. Okay, we get the football to start. Let's be good today. We're so wishy-washy. We're 3-3. If you looked at our schedule without seeing the results of any of it, you could not even predict with any relative proximity to who we've actually beat. You'd never guess Florida, ever. Yet we get crushed by Sam Houston State and Ball State. We made comebacks, you know, a couple times this year. Ball State just came up a bit short, and Sam Houston State was just somehow way better than us. As Alex Higdon's going to get a nice start to the game for us, bringing it down to the 40-yard line. But you don't really seem to know what version of the team you're going to get on a week-to-week basis. So that's obviously a little bit scary. But we love this play. Tyler Branham has really been our best weapon on offense. He's got really good speed and size for a tight end, and we are really making him the focal point of our offense. And we're going to go ahead and pitch it out to him. Little flip out. Only get a couple. 3rd and 5. I mean, the slot fade is so open at the start. We're going to run with Streeter, though. Just maybe a more high percentage play. You can't have a bad throw if you just run it. Write that down. That's good advice. Stepping up. Streeter, just slide in front of him. Don't be crazy. Like, there are throws I like, but I don't love. And oftentimes I think it's just better to take off. Better to scramble. Quick throw to Branham. He's the only guy I'm comfortable throwing to, clearly. Let's get a run play in there. I mean, RPO alert bubbles like, hey, you want to throw a pick 6? I got a quick way to do it. And we're getting it out there. Good block. Higdon again with a nice move. Reminiscent of the first time we got him the football to start this game. Streeter stepping up, trying to find the end zone, and they're actually going to stuff him at the goal line. How do we not get in there? He looks a little roughed up. But he'll stay in the game. And we're going to run at the strength of the defense. But Lee Beebe Jr., while he may have been popped, is popped into the end zone. Nice score to start things off, but we've been here before. Need to stay consistent. That was a pretty good drive. We ran a lot, and we used the quick game a lot, but we didn't really run it to Lee Beebe Jr. very much. And we didn't really get it to our best playmakers like Kai Kiernan. It was really a lot of Tyler Branham and Alex Higdon, but that was a good drive. Branham, again, is kind of becoming that #1 option, even though he's the tight end. It's wide open. Oh, tight end got hit pretty hard there, but obviously he's never going to fumble. That would be too much to ask for. Western Kentucky running a lot of hurry up to start. kind of worried about read option there. Running back actually going to make a move and gain 4 yards after looked like we had stopped him in the backfield. Or close to it. He's just better than we thought, I guess. I want to blitz this QB, but I'm worried about the tight end. I'm worried about him in space, and I think if we don't have the linebackers, you know, in spot drops to kind of take him away, I feel like it's just going to be an easy pitch and catch combo for the quarterback. But, oh! Malik Moon off the tip! It bounced off the hands of the receiver, and Malik Moon's going to take it the other way! It's a pick 6 from Malik Moon out of nowhere! Where did that even come from? Oh, he says it's over already. Good night. I mean, it's the first quarter, but I'm down. I am down. I don't even know how that just happened. I thought we might have had an opportunity to jump the route with Moon, but he didn't get it. I guess he got a hand in there, though. Tipped the ball up into the air. Interception, touchdown. A pick 6 out of nowhere, but it's 14-0. They're just RPO machines right now. We don't really have an answer for it. They've mainly been operating out of the hurry-up. Beltcamp's getting the ball out really, really quickly. Like, we could press against it, but then, you know, you get worried about getting beat down the field, which has been our kryptonite over the past few games. We allow the big splash play out of nowhere more than probably anybody. We've allowed so many, like, 70-plus yard touchdowns, whether it's on special teams or just regular, just on defense. I think it was actually dropped. We're going to press. We're going to say, hey, corners, make a play on the outside. It is a bold call, and it does not pay off. That's tight man coverage, but it's not good enough. We can never force an incompletion in these spots. Play action, throw into the end zone, Hopper in coverage, and forces the incompletion. What a job. I was just saying we weren't capable of doing that, but it's mainly an edge rusher for us. A rush end, Zeke Hopper, who's back in coverage and plays better than most of our DBs. But we allow the first down right after that. And, oh, actually, the touchdown. Good tackle. It's a conservative tackle in space, by the way. Couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Western Kentucky, as they finally find the scoreboard. And that dainty little freak just tiptoeing. I hate him. Okay, we're looking at 3rd and 11. Kieran, I hope, can crush him down the field. We're going to throw that. It's jumped. I mean, great play. We took a risk on 3rd down. Tried to throw a bullet, and it just floated. I don't really have any complaints about what happened there. I mean, I wish the throw with, like, 95 throw power from Henry Streeter had a little bit more velocity on it. No question. But when we didn't throw the ball to the left side instantly, our options got a little bit more limited. And we probably just need to try to throw that to Alex Higdon. The only problem is with the route. I think we take him to the safety, and we're in trouble there. So we tried to get mobile. Wanted to run for it, but I didn't think we'd be able to get it. And then just tried to rip it, and it just floated up there. Kind of a dud. And then Branham obviously doesn't work back to the football because no receivers ever work back to the football in Madden or College Football 25. So, just unfortunate. I don't really know what I could do differently there other than hit the post immediately and hope for a throw that doesn't take him right into the safety. 3rd and 4. We're going to get a throw. We're trying to cover everything, and that's intercepted by Jordan Johnson. We actually have a block as well and an opportunity for a return with Jordan Johnson. And Johnson brings us inside the 50. We needed somebody to make a play, and we got one. Good enough coverage on the outside. And we've just been getting so many interceptions of late. We need to be able to capitalize off those interceptions and, you know, turn those turnovers into points. Ideally, we'd like a score every time we touch the ball. I know that's not going to happen. But that's what we're going for, and we need to be able to do that more often than what we're doing right now. 3rd and 8. Who wants to get open? I think that's open enough. But it goes right by the diving Alex Higdon, and it's picked off. Switched on, tried to take a good angle of the ball. Went too shallow, I guess, too flat. And it went right by Alex Higdon. Nazir Ward with the pick. under his hands, it felt like. So you know everything I just talked about with capitalizing off turnovers? That's not what we want to do. 3rd and 4. Nobody seems to want to win this game. And that's nearly intercepted, but dropped by Malik Moon. We'll get the ball back after a punt here. Nobody seems to want to make any stride to run away with this game. That's definitely roughing the kicker. And roughing the kicker's turned on. I mean, this is default Heisman sliders. Get a good block. There goes Branham. He's got good speed for a tight end, but obviously not in general. So we're not able to turn that into a touchdown. I mean, we're not dealing with Brock Bowers. Maybe get one more snap before the 2-minute warning here. And we actually talked about this fairly recently. Play action slot fades. It works when you actually have space on the field, but it doesn't work when you don't have time. Kiernan was open. That's a touchdown with a good throw. We just did not have time. Streeter stepping up. Good block. He's staying inside. Takes it inside to the 23-yard line. Want to make this the final drive of the first half, ideally. But Western Kentucky probably does get the ball back for a minute. I see RB. I don't think we have an opportunity to throw there. We'll slide with Streeter. He brings it inside the 15 now. Under a minute to go. But this is, we're pacing perfectly. So I'm not really upset about where we are at all. As Branham catches that. Got a little bit away from us. It's so bizarre sometimes. Streeter's so accurate, and then he's not accurate at all. It's strange, but that is the plight of a young quarterback. And we're dealing with a true freshman. Streeter will slide inside the 5 now. 25 seconds to play here in the first half. Higdon in motion. We've scored touchdowns on this play before. We'll go right back to it. And the blocking works out well. Alex Higdon, touchdown. Good way to end the first half. If Western Kentucky gets points up before the end of the first half, I will be furious. We cannot allow that to happen. Hopefully they just decide to run the ball, because this is a half that we've controlled mainly, and when we've played badly, they've played badly in response. We are up 21-7 for good reason. We haven't played amazingly, but we played well enough to have a 2-possession lead going into the locker room. So need to hold on to that for the final 20 seconds or so, 15 seconds. And just continue to build on this in the second half. And that is the end of the first half. They just ran out the clock. All right. Every other game we play well. This is one of those games that we play well, which means, unfortunately, week 10, we're going to get crushed. But 16 minutes left of game time. Second half, here we come. Defense continue to play well. And offense, take time off the clock. That's all you have to do. They love these RPO screens. They love them. And they keep staying in hurry up, so time's never going to be a factor. This is going to be the longest game of all time. We need to really, really have a good possession when we get the football back. Oh, James is completely lost. Find the football! Roderick Jr. drops the sure interception. Oh my goodness. That wouldn't have put the game away, but it really would have helped. We drop the ball and give Western Kentucky more chances. That one not dropped. Emmanuel Berlin with the interception. Opportunity for a return as well. Berlin's got pretty good speed. Will he get tracked down by Westbrook? Emmanuel Berlin down at the 1. I don't know if he was tracked down by Westbrook, but somebody ended up knocking him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. But Emmanuel Berlin, he was the lone member of our secondary, at least of our starters, really, if you want to count the 5 starters with a nickel package. He was a lone member of our secondary to not get an interception in the 4-interception game a couple of weeks ago. But he ends up getting one here. And I don't really even mind getting stuffed on first down there, because take a little bit more time off the clock, and Alex Higdon adds another touchdown anyway. And, I mean, that there's still plenty of time left, but that really could start to look like this one might be over. 28-7. Second touchdown of the game for Alex Higdon. He's had a really nice game in general. But obviously these 2 touchdowns are like fake, right? They're jet touch passes. He's not really doing anything individually to make those happen. The blocks are what allows him to score. But those are just good plays. You know, down in the low red zone. Just force them to really be super fast or else they're not going to be able to make a play. 2nd and 13. Quarterback taking off. Hopper drags him down from behind, but he does pick up 4. 3rd and 9. We could get beat on this. We're going to need really, really good safety play, which I don't know that we're going to get that. They're going deep. Roderick Jr. in position, knocks it up, and it falls incomplete. Got a little bit scary there, but now we're really in a spot where we can put this game away. Just don't need to score too quickly. Just a long drive, run the football. Let's take this into the 4th quarter. That's the goal. Well, we might not be able to take this into the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 8. We really haven't taken off as much time as I would want, and this could be tough to pick up. Nope, Streeter's going to be open. Love that speed. He's approaching 100 yards rushing as well. Yeah, we didn't have chew clock on. Could be a contributing factor. 4th quarter now. Trying to punch this thing in, but also take time off the clock. And with a 28-7 lead, obviously we do want to score a touchdown, but it isn't my main priority, as insane as that sounds. I do want to get in there, but want to continue to take time off the clock. So, not really trying to score on 1st or 2nd down. 3rd and goal. Now we'll punch it in. Big time touchdown, because that puts this thing away in the 4th quarter. I mean, unequivocally over at this point. If we blow a 35-7 lead in less than 7 minutes, the series is over. I promise if Western Kentucky comes back to win this game, I will end the series. Get back. I knew where it was going. We just couldn't get back to it. Too much traffic. 3 interceptions, though, for Veldkamp. Under 5 to play. Just keep taking time off the clock. No quick touchdowns. 3rd and 2. I'm shocked they're still running the ball. Feels like you really want to save every second you can at this point. Shot to the end zone. I don't know how we're not able to come away with the football there. I switched on and it felt like it took me out of position. 4th and 2. Game certainly on the line for Western Kentucky. They'll need a miracle either way. But well, their dreams may still be alive. Okay, well, there's a touchdown for Western Kentucky. This one not over just yet. I mean, it is, though. Okay, just got to take off 3 minutes. Will Western Kentucky even call timeouts, I wonder? I don't know. The lead might be enough to where they don't even consider it. 3rd and 4. BB Jr. going to be really close. But it will be 4th and 1. Should be able to pick this up by just running inside. We're going to wait for the final 30 seconds to run off the play clock, though. 4th and 1. Wide open up the middle. Lee BB Jr. still on his feet, actually. And that will do it. Your final will be 35-14. Should be the final snap of the game here. As it continues to be the trend, we have no idea which version of the Trenton State Titans we're going to see on a week-to-week basis. It changes so much. Either we dominate or we get dominated. Run the ball again to make Lee BB Jr. hurt. Why would I do that? Anyway, that's it. Good win. 35-14. We just played better than Western Kentucky. I know that seems obvious because we won, but they were never really a big threat. I don't know. Just completely contained. We only threw the ball 14 times, 2 of which were intercepted. Rushing, 19 attempts for 67 yards, 2 touchdowns for Lee BB Jr., but Streeter continues to just be that guy that can scramble whenever we need it. It's a really, really nice thing to have. And we only had 2 players who even caught balls. That's crazy. But we didn't really have any completions, so that makes sense. Only 1 TFL, Jordan Johnson. No sacks, and then 3 picks. Berlin Moon and Jordan Johnson. Weird game. Touchdown from Malik Moon. But we get the win. Well, we do get the commitment from Greg Austin. The 4-star, number 9 ranked free safety Greg Austin has joined the class out of San Antonio, Texas. Jacob Sturgis does end up committing to Auburn. I think, as I've mentioned before, we really had no chance to get him. Lee Beebe Jr., highly considering a transfer. That makes sense. We don't really run the ball very much, and he probably likes running the ball. Mitch Dora, we have dropped to second. Yeah, I did fear that was going to be the case. However, we're getting him on campus this week, so if we can get a big-time win, we will secure his commitment, I would hope. I'm saying it out loud doesn't mean it's going to be true, but that is the hope. And yeah, unfortunately, Sturgis is gone. But Greg Austin has joined the class. That's a big get. Only our second commitment of the class, but that is a big get. Malik Moon is also your Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week. Okay. Greg Austin, by the way, did talk about him briefly, showed you him already, but mainly all we know about him is he's got pretty decent speed to play over the top or in the box. He's almost 210 pounds, so he can be a box safety very easily if we wanted to move him over to that strong side. But his coverage is great at 80 already for a true freshman, so I'm really excited to add him to our class. Obviously, we can't just have 2 players in our class. We're coming up to the end of the year. We're sitting in a pretty good spot for a number of these recruits. However, we are... and this is an athlete scrambler. I wonder what his other position would be. Maybe wide receiver. 88 speed's not great. Maybe something defensively, but again, 88 speed is not great. But we're sitting in a pretty good spot for a lot of these different recruitments. Just got to, finish strong and keep recruiting some of these guys through the whistle, so to speak. I think we're going to end up losing out on Mitch Holdman. He's got visits to ECU and Jacksonville State, and we really didn't ever push hard for him. So we'll take him off the board. We have 115 hours. It's just, as I've said, when you're only recruiting with 350 hours total, you really can't afford to do very much scouting. So we really don't know if any of these guys we're going after are even good. So, I mean, we can scout a little bit. Okay, we can scout a little bit. Bobby Salmon has 98 speed. That's really all I needed to see. Throw 50 on him. Hopefully we run away with that and Clemson never gets in the fight. Oh my goodness. 98 speed is all I needed to see. Clay Villain also looks kind of insane. We're going to put the full 50 on him, I think. So that limits what we can do with anybody else. But I think that's going to be worth it. That could be a really, really good player. He's a top 100 player, the number 3 center. He's got platinum fan favorite and 80-plus run block power and lead blocking. I think he's going to end up being a pretty decent get. Mitch Dora we have on campus. He is very close to committing. We are maxed out, 65 points. I'd love to sell him on anything, but it doesn't really fit well enough. This is maybe where you'd want to use a sway, but there's just not enough time left in the recruitment, which always seems to be the case when you want to use sway, in my experience. So we're going to leave things as they are. This is a really, really big week. We have Mitch Dora on campus. We are playing undefeated 7-0 Jacksonville State. I think we're going with the blackout uniforms. We're going with the blackout. Jacksonville State coming to town. We're looking to hand them their first loss. Here we go. We got a night game. We got the blackout. I wish very badly that the crowd got the memo. There's no way for that to happen. You can see the numbers for Henry Streeter somewhat. You can figure out what yards, touchdowns, and picks mean down there. It was slightly covered. But we've had a decent season. Some inconsistencies as well. But it really hasn't been too bad, as we're going to find Branham. And Tyler Branham starts us off right with a gain of more than 20. I actually thought he was going to end up finding a crease there and getting to the sideline. We got guys dapping each other up on a first down. Type of crowd I like. They're fired up. They know the stakes. We have a 5-star on campus, right? So the stakes really couldn't be much higher. I also thought that last play was this play, which is an RPO. So I really thought that was going to end up being a handoff. It didn't end up happening. We'll flip out to Branham. It's our number 1 guy. The big freshman tight end. Just keep feeding him. If they're going to go 3 down, we're going to run the ball all day. And I think the blocking should end up being good enough in general, but they've got a star edge rusher who looks like he could pose problems for us. And Lee Beebe Jr. looks hurt. Looks like he's going to play through it, but I don't really like to see any of our players kind of get up slowly holding something. That's usually not very good, as we're going to find Branham again. The quickness at that size is what's particularly impressive with him, as he has the first 3 catches of the game. He's such a beast. 3rd and 5. We throw that on the run. We can. It's Jeremy Davis. Needed a really accurate ball there. That was a really, really tight window. We know we were not going to be able to scramble for it, so we needed a really good throw there from Streeter, and he was able to give us exactly what we needed. Lobbing, wide open for Kai Kiernan. He brings us down to the 5-yard line. Great first drive of the game. This should go to Kai Kiernan again, and we'll try to find the end zone, although I think like a halfback dive could be more effective, but it's not really in our audible options. We can just go ahead and turn this up the field if it gets open. Kiernan in motion, gets the give. We're going to try to take this outside. Kiernan might have just enough speed. No, he's going to be shy. Down at the 1. Inside zone could work. Now, they're still only going 3 down, but they have 2 linebackers right next to the nose. We still have numbers, though, and Lee Beebe Jr. will walk in untouched. Touchdown. Great start to the game for us. Really could not have gone much better. That was an awesome drive. No problem at all. Like, we had that one dicey throw on the run with Streeter, but other than that, it was just perfect. I mean, Lee Beebe Jr., I guess, was stopped like for a short gain, or maybe even a loss, actually. But other than that, I mean, a 10-play, 75-yard drive, eating up more than half of the first quarter clock. That is how you start a football game here in Trenton, Florida. Let's go. Make a tackle on special teams. Okay, little spin move. I see you. All right, let's see what this Jacksonville State offense will look like. Give me another RPO screen offense. We've seen that before. Pretty recently as well, I might add. But it's actually something that I think we can stop fairly easily. Now, not on this particular play, but we are going to end up bringing our corners close to the line a lot and not really give them the short throws that they want. Now, that will leave us susceptible to getting beat by, like, slants and things for touchdowns, probably. But if they want to throw short to the flat, do some RPO screens, we should be able to defend it pretty well. I really do want hard flats mostly every play. This is another false start here for Jacksonville State. That's their second one of the drive. Probably didn't show the first one, but I think that was actually on this current set of downs. But yeah, I think we're going to have hard flats mostly every play. Not every play, but a lot of them. Because when they go like RPO, swing screens, and just even bubble screens, quick screens to the flat, we're going to be there. But that is a user pick, easy reads, hop on pop. Morgan Merriman. His last interception came against the Florida Gators in a big road upset win for us. And now an interception against Jacksonville State could lead us to a potential blowout win with a 5-star recruit in attendance. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but it's boding well so far, right? We're just sitting there right up the seam. Easy takeaway. And we just need to go with what works, right? And what has worked is getting the ball in the hands of our big tight end. And I think we're going to continue to do that. Streeter goes ahead and scrambles for 10. I think the non-design runs are typically the best runs. That is the end of the first quarter. Really couldn't have asked for anything better. Easy drive and then a takeaway. Perfect start. They have no safety help. I mean, Davis doesn't exactly have electric speed. Branham does have pretty good speed. If we can find a mismatch against a linebacker, we could be super successful. And there goes Tyler Branham, uncovered and unbelievable. Tyler Branham, touchdown, over the top. He's saying it's over already. Put him to sleep. The true freshman from Decatur gives us another score. And he's not really a big touchdown guy. If you look at the numbers, we throw it to him a lot. He's a chain mover for us. But he's typically not a big scoring threat. Despite that size, we don't typically throw the ball a lot in the red zone. It's been a lot of like little touch passes and things when we're down there. And he really just has not been the beneficiary of a lot of different scoring plays, but helped us out on that one. A long touchdown, and again, a perfect start. Just can't blow this one, that's for sure. Down goes the quarterback. Zeke Hopper is the one who got to him. Was so focused on covering guys downfield that didn't see Zeke Hopper sneak in there and get to the QB, but he's had a great season for us. This will be his last season playing for Trenton State, but he has been a beast. He really was like a hybrid outside linebacker, but he had quick jumps, so I'm like, stick this guy on the defensive line, let him go to work. And we're going to go hard flat. We actually don't really have anything here. We're running the ball. It's a decent enough stop. 3rd and 12. I like a Tampa 2. Tampa 2 is like, it's just, I keep saying it, but it's like the perfect 3rd and long call if you have an athletic middle linebacker. And it's like, oh, well, you had flat responsibility there. It's a cloud flat, though. It carries it vertically. We just have a shit corner. No disrespect to Malik Moon, but, like, come on, dude. How do we allow that? 3rd and 12, they pick it up. Very disappointing. There we go, though. Zeke Hopper, man, one of our best players for sure. I'll tell you what, though, I feel confident we're coming back out in Tampa 2. I feel good about it. We're going to contain the quarterback. We're not going to let him pick this up. They've picked it up. Pitch outside. Cover outside. Get out there. Jordan Johnson at least slowed him down. Corey Cushing was there to finish it, although Johnson will get credit for the TFL. 2nd and 12. Got to keep this quarterback contained. Yeah, they're able to turn up the field so easily. I'm never able to really read what to do in these spots. Quarterback going down again. I don't know. I don't know what the play against them is going to be, because I thought we had the playbook, Matt Humphreys, in there for the sack, but we really have not been super effective on, like, gotta have it downs. You can't really allow every 3rd down to be converted, right? Can't do it. And we are allowing that right now. Quick throw. Just wrap up. They're actually probably out of field goal range right now. I'm going to be really interested to see what the play call is. That's a 2-minute warning already. Man, this has been a quick first half. Man coverage is always a bit dicey. Running back into block means we're going to blitz. We're just giving them a little bit too much space. It's 4th and 5. Jacksonville State going to try a field goal here from the far left hash. Not a gimme, but a field goal you expect them to make. See how good this kicker is in a moment. And his kick is going to sneak in there. Jacksonville State on the board. We have ample opportunity here. A ton of time to get points on the board before the half. We can make this a 21-3 game. 1 minute and 14 seconds with 3 timeouts. Let's find it. Basher broken tackle. We might not even need the full minute 14. Basher's going to do it in 10 seconds. Touchdown. Oh my goodness. He found a crease. He broke through an arm tackle. And he's found the end zone. Instant answer. Oh my goodness. We came to play today, that's for sure. Basher's kind of buried on the receiver depth chart. But we brought him in. He's a freshman. I expect him to earn more snaps as the season and series goes. And when you do that on kickoff, on kick return, you're going to earn some more opportunities. I love it. That's no good. Jacksonville State slowly but surely moving the ball down the field here. I still think we can get a takeaway before the half and not even allow any points. I think they could force the ball for sure. They actually probably had a touchdown if they threw right down the middle of the field. I think it was out of position with Corey Cushing. But Turner did not notice it. Decided to throw it down to the flat. Big hit. 3rd and inches. So the clock is going to keep moving. Very interesting. But there's not really a lot of time left. Probably should have called that final timeout. I guess they want to save it in case they got sacked. End zone, and it's intercepted by Roderick. We get a chance for a return. Big block pickup. Michael Roderick Jr., as time expires to end the first half, could do it with a pick six. Gotta outrun Vaughn, and there goes Michael Roderick Jr. Triple zeros on the clock, and 6 more points on the board. Now it's over. It's a 103-yard end zone to end zone pick six for Michael Roderick Jr. Just enough speed to go coast to coast and make it 28-3 pending the point after. Turner forced it to the end zone. I've been there. Roderick Jr. got a big block. I think that might have been Malik Moon. And had just enough speed to turn it into 6 the other way. Pick 6. Huge momentum to carry into the second half. We are up 28-3. I'm not going to make a Falcons joke. I won't even mention the Falcons. All right, second half officially underway with this kick. And they're going to have to return it. No big plays. Right now, we have a blowout win. That would be big, big points for the 5-star in attendance. Just need to take time off the clock. Can't slow down, though. Still need to get points on the board. Hard flats might have been helpful there. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to go down here, surely. I actually would have preferred for him to break that first tackle, lose forward progress, and then we bring him down at a later date, moments later. And, you know, we would have got a big TFL. Wrap up, please. There's no way he's still going. 4th and inches, and they're going to punt. I get that they're on their own 31. The fact that that was even close is extremely scary. I feel like it never switches me onto the player I actually want, even though I try to do directional switching. Basher here as a punt returner now. Doesn't get us a whole lot, but we are officially in shoot clock mode. Lee Beebe Jr., just grind away. 3rd and 4 already. Not really the start I was looking for. We could call this 4-down territory. Yeah, that was good. That was good. 4th and 4. I think we go for it from the 47, which means we probably should have run the ball. That's what we probably should have done. I know we're up 28-3. Our defense has played really well. But I don't want to give them any chance to get back into this. And controlling the rest of the third quarter here could be huge. Streeter under pressure. It's not even letting me move in the pocket, dude. Am I stuck in an animation the entire play? Because the defensive tackle got an instant win bulldozing one of my guards? Give me a break, dude. All right, well, they're going to start on the 40 now. Pretty good opportunity to potentially get points on the board. Roderick Jr. with a big hit to stop what would have been a massive play up the seam. That is where you can get hurt if you're out in cover 3. The seams are vulnerable. Nice tackle, Zeke Hopper. Big loss for the Gamecocks. Okay, we're looking at 3rd and 13. We're going to send a corner. This is a nice blitz. This should be really good. Oh, it's a screen. Well, I don't know what you're trying to do there. It's not working. And this is kind of a long field goal. This is from the 44-yard line. This is a 54-yard attempt. There's literally no way this is made. It was easy. I'm so confused. It was from the 44-yard line, was it not? Did this kicker just drill from 54? Like it was nothing. Ripa is his name. He just ripped that. There's no way he just drilled a 54-yard field goal. I had to have misseen that. There's no way. He is a college kicker. 54 yards. I mean, like it was nothing. That would have been good from 60 plus. It's 28-6. Only allowing 3 points is fine there, but we need to take more time off the clock. 3 and out is not really going to work for me. Oh my, I haven't said anything, but I mean, the chaos is ensuing. Streeter getting big blocks down the field. Hit from the side, has fumbled the ball, but fell on it. Too stunned to speak. Nice scramble from Henry Streeter, who literally doesn't, you can't even see this, but doesn't even have a head there in the picture. I tried to move my face cam, but I moved the whole screen. I mean, Streeter took a shot. He paid for that big scramble. But, yeah. A lot just happened. A lot just happened. 3rd and 3. Let's get a snap off, please. Dude. Okay. I guess if you're in shoot clock, you can't ever decide to change the play, because I wanted to audible to a run there on 3rd and short. And within the same play clock, that was it. Just automatic, won't snap the ball, false start. Quick throw to the outside. The ball really floats up there a little bit too much. Well, at least we're going to be able to erase that last field goal. Really, we have... Maybe that's how he drilled from 54. Are you seeing this? 17 miles per hour of wind going against us now, so it was working for the last kicker. We'll really push this over to the side. Like I'm learning you have to with these kicks in this game. Otherwise, it's never even going to be close. But we'll take our 3. That's okay. Not all that we wanted after a huge scramble, but 31-6 going into the 4th quarter. That's a really good spot to be in. So I really can't be too upset. Jump in front of it, Brower. So slow, so bad, but typically good hands. I mean, he had a number of interceptions last year. But Darrell Brower finds his way back on the field and instantly drops an interception. Yeah, jeez. Oh, thank you for the overthrow. You know, I don't know how he can expect to play more when that's going to happen. I respect him being in position to at least get the pass breakup. But turnovers win games, right? Deflections are cool. They ran the same play again. How do we fall for that twice? That's a really tough thing to cover, though, to anticipate working up the field. You think it's just like a drag or a shallow cross or something. They beat me twice on that. They're like, oh, it didn't work the first time. We're just going to run the exact same play. And this time I'll just throw an accurate pass. And that's exactly what happened. Screen! Just got sucked into an animation. Cool. Down goes Turner again. Zeke Hopper has been all over the place. He's a really good player. It's going to be tough to replace him. Part of why I really wanted that 5-star edge rusher, Juan Sturgis. But, you know, next man up, we'll find somebody that hopefully is capable of playing well in that spot. Maybe it's via the transfer portal. This recruiting class is not really amazing right now. Hopefully it can come together. But I don't really think we have much in the way of pass rushers at all. Sling into the end zone and broken up. Lamont James is right there, and it'll be 4th and 10. You'd have to say that Jacksonville State doesn't really have any other choice than to go for it. So we'll see if they can end up converting. Hopefully not. Trying to cover everything, floating into the end zone, and incomplete. Didn't get a foot down. Wow. Looks like they are going to review this, and it's going to stay incomplete. I thought that was a touchdown for sure. What a throw from the quarterback. They just didn't end up finding it. Over the middle, Higdon. Have a chance to turn up field here? A little bit. It's a big first down. And now it's just going to be continuing to run the clock out. Is it not chewing clock enough? I want down inside 10 seconds like every time. So we don't have to manually wait for the seconds to tick off. But we're inside 3 minutes. It's really a couple of first downs, and this one's going to be about over. 3rd and 5, we're going to keep it on the ground here. 2-minute warning now in the rear view. And Lee Beebe Jr. is able to get great blocks, get the first down. He's going to transfer, by the way, which is okay. I don't really think we're going to miss Lee Beebe Jr. that much. He's just not that explosive. He's fine. But I think we can do a little bit better than him. But what a win. A 5-star linebacker in attendance. And he watches us bulldoze and steamroll the undefeated Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Awesome performance. Awesome win. And hopefully we can get a 5-star commitment. Our first 5-star of the series following this game. Really hoping that ends up being the case. Definitely not a guarantee to happen. But it would be really, really nice. So that is the ball game. A dominant victory. And we'll hand the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State their first loss. 31-6 is your final. Our defense sometimes plays out of their mind. Sometimes they're really, really bad, but a dominant victory today. Only 11 attempts for Henry Streeter, 144 yards and a touchdown. Did add in 58 on the ground. Never really got it going, Lee Beebe Jr., but he did find the end zone. 56-yard run for Henry Streeter. And then receiving, Branham goes 4 for 89 and a touchdown with a long of 50. And then defensively, 4 TFLs for Zeke Hopper. He was incredible today. 2 sacks for him as well. Sack for Matt Humphreys, and then picks for Michael Roderick Jr. and Morgan Merriman. Really gotta love that. No forced fumbles. We had a run where we were seeing a few of them, but not lately. What a victory. And we should see the results from the visit instantly for 5-star linebacker Mitch Dora, top 20 player in the nation. And if we didn't get him after this week, we're in trouble because Kentucky has him on campus week 11. So we'll stay in with 65 points no matter what, but it would not look good if we don't get him to commit here. But that's about all you can ask for. +3 for the family visit, plus 75% for blowing out a higher tier opponent. That is a huge visit. You really can't do much more than that. We don't know, by the way, if he's good at all. But he is a top 20 player in the nation, #1 in the state of Kentucky. Kentucky obviously wants to keep him in state. We want to drag him out. Moment of truth. I won't leave you waiting. Did we get him? Show me the commitment. Yes! First 5-star of the series! And what a good place to end the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.